if you clicked on this video, chances are that you are suffering or have suffered from a reading slump. And that's totally fine, because I got your back. Hi friends, my name is Bart, welcome to the channel, and this week we're talking all about reading slumps. Now, as a reader, I have suffered from reading slumps myself in the past. So I'm taking my personal experiences and combine them with the experiences of my fellow readers at the Belgian Book Club. So make sure you watch all the way to the end, because I'll bring you 10 tips that will not only get you out of that reading slump, but will prevent a future one as well. That being said, let's get you reading again. Now first, let's establish what a reading slump actually is. It is a period of time where you find yourself incapable of reading. Call it a reading burnout, if you will. You can't seem to get into any book you're reading, you lack focus, and even the thought of picking up a book seems like an arduous task. According to the Urban Dictionary, a reading slump is a reader's worst nightmare. It is a period where you're just not able to pick up a book and read. Because you can't. You just can't. Causes for a reading slump can vary. Maybe you've been reading too much or too much of the same. Maybe you're very busy lately or you're feeling stressed. Maybe there are some major lifestyle changes like moving a house or getting a new job. Or maybe there are some underlying mental health issues. Whatever the cause, it doesn't matter, because a reading slump happens to all of us. Now, how do you know you're in a reading slump? Well, let's do a quick test. Answer me these 5 quick questions. Does the thought of reading sometimes overwhelm you? Are you lacking the energy or motivation to just pick up a book and start reading? Do you find yourselves reading the same section over and over again without making actual progress? Do you find you lack the focus to actually read? And do you find that you're unable to remember what you've just read? Well, if you answered one or more of these questions with yes, then you might be in a reading slump. So let me help you get out of the reading slump with these 10 tips. Tip number 1 might be an obvious one, but it needs to be said. Go take a break. Maybe you've been reading too much, or reading too long, or too much at the same time. Sometimes it's good to take a break. Go do something entirely else. Go outside, have a walk, do some sports, do a crossword puzzle, watch some TV or Netflix, whatever, but just don't read. Put those books aside, give yourself a break, and who knows, you might find yourself going back to the book from the moment you're ready. Tip number 2 is simple. Audiobooks. And let's not get into the discussion that audiobooks aren't really reading, because they are. Audiobooks are a different kind of reading. A kind that allows you to combine it with other activities. You can take your book with you on a walk, or have it with you on your daily commute. Now, listening is not just something you can combine with other things, but it asks for a different kind of focus, and might just be the solution for your lack of focus you find in reading today. Now, if you're not sure where to find audiobooks, there are several ways to go. You can go for paid subscriptions, sort of Netflix style. Services like Script or Audible offer a whole range of modern books that you can buy from them and listen to at your own leisure. Maybe you're from the United States. An app like Libby allows you to lend audiobooks from your local library without even going there. It's ideal. And even a service like Spotify offers loads of classics in audiobook form as well. So there's many to choose from. Why not give it a try? Tip number 3 is reread a favorite. There are reasons why some books are our favorites, and they represent what we love in reading. So why not go back to one of them? Why not rediscover a childhood favorite? Or go to that one author that you know you always love? For me, it's Terry Pratchett. His silly humor, his fabulous world building, his very complicated characters always get me out of a reading slump. So if I'm struggling, I know where to go. Terry Pratchett will always be there for me. Our 4th tip is to get organized. It's all about making yourself a schedule and setting yourself attainable goals. Dedicate 1 moment in your day to read, perhaps just before going to bed. I swapped my phone time for reading time and the results were remarkable. Even made a video about it that you can watch here. It's also about setting yourself achievable goals. Read 15 pages, read 10 minutes a day. Doesn't have to be much, as long as it gets you reading again. Make sure you stick to your schedule. Get into the habit of reading again, and you'll see, you might read an extra chapter. Read half an hour longer, and before you know it, you'll be back reading again as you were before. Now, tip number 5, we're halfway there already, is something totally different. It's to read along with others. Find yourself a book club or someone to buddy read with. Having someone to talk to about the book you're reading or have read really takes you out of that isolation of reading and motivates you to start reading again. So why not involve others into your reading? And who knows, you might find yourself motivated to start reading again. Tip number 6 is an obvious one again, but time and time again I find it needs to be said. Don't be afraid to DNF. There's nothing wrong with not finishing a book. Maybe the book simply isn't for you, or isn't for you right now. Put it aside and you can return to it later. Or perhaps you'll never return to it, and that's fine as well. Reading is about enjoyment, is about pleasure, and there's nothing fun about reading a book that you don't like. So get rid of it, donate it, put it aside as shelf candy, I don't care, but just DNF. Tip number 7 is to try something new. Sometimes reading slumps are caused by simply reading too much of the same. And now you're bored of it, so why not try something else? Maybe this is the moment to discover graphic novels. Maybe you need to switch your genre up. Maybe this is your cue to discover YA or fanfic. Or maybe you just have to stop reading books and pick up a magazine. Switching things up makes reading fresh again. And who knows, you might discover your next favorite book this way. Tip number 8, and you're going to love this one. It's get triggered. Go out, go to the bookstore and buy some new books. Go to your library, reorganize your shelves, or watch your favorite bookish YouTubers. It's all about surrounding yourself with a bookish atmosphere. Because surrounding yourself with books and book recommendations might get you interested and triggered again. Maybe you'll rediscover something on your TBR that you've been dying to read but forgot about. So yes, I have given you the perfect excuse to go out and buy more books. Tip number 9 is to get out there. Change up that reading environment. Maybe you've been stuck inside reading for way too long. Why not go to a park? Sit on a bench and read there. Or maybe go to a cafe, order your favorite drink, sit down and read some chapters there. Changing your surroundings, whether it's a park, a cafe, the beach, whatever place you want, it will break that boredom and actually get you motivated again. And then, last but not least, tip number 10 is to get rid of those concentration killers. If you find you have a lack of focus on your reading because there are several other things that demand your attention, get rid of them. Put your phone in the next room. Get rid of that talk radio in the background and use some lo-fi reading music. Or why not invest and use some noise-cancelling headphones? Anything to get rid of those concentration killers and get your focus back onto your reading again. I hope these 10 tips can help you get out of that reading slump and prevent from getting another one in the future. Let me know in the comments which ones work for you, or maybe I've forgotten about some. Let me know in the comments because it can help other people. That was it for me. Thanks for watching and I hope you liked this video. And if you did, give it a like. See you next time. Bye.